Look at this. A New York Times editorial says she should release transcripts from her paid speeches to the big Wall Street firms, saying that by stonewalling on the transcripts, Mrs. Clinton plays into the hands of critics who call her untrustworthy. This comes as the State Department is expected to release more of her emails, the final batch, this afternoon. Joining us now, Ian Pryor, Communications Director for American Crossroads, Jessica Tarlov, a Democratic pollster and strategist. Ian, does her refusal to release the transcripts of these speeches to the banks reinforce the image that she's not at all as transparent as she claims?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look, if you're a Democrat and you've lost the New York Times editorial board, you have some problems. But I find it ironic that she talks about a double standard when it comes to transparency. This is someone who said she's a public figure who's been the most transparent of anyone in history. And let's go back to 2008. Hillary Clinton was running against Obama, and she called on Obama to release correspondence with now convicted and imprisoned real estate developer Tony Rezko. When Obama said no, Clinton said Obama has a dog-ate-my-homework approach to transparency, and the only thing transparent about Barack Obama is his non-commitment to transparency. So it seems like she liked that approach because now Hillary Clinton has a dog-ate-my-homework approach to transparency.
And Jessica, it's not just her money-making speeches, some $11 million to banks and other groups, that raises the question of transparency and secrecy. But doesn't this also sort of underscore the secrecy surrounding her private email server on which all of her business as Secretary of State was conducted?
I think so. I mean, I think this is all linked to the honesty and trustworthiness issue, which we know is critical in this election, and that's where Bernie Sanders is really ahead of her. I mean, he only beats her on that and how to address income inequality and reining in the banks. I think that it would really benefit her actually to release these transcripts. I sincerely doubt that there is a silver bullet in there that says, hey, Lloyd Blankfein, I'm going to give you these things when I'm in office. I don't think that it's that, and I think this argument about being held to a higher standard, and Cory Booker has been out on the trail making that argument very convincingly for her. But I do think this is a rise above moment where she can say, hey there, I don't have to do this, but I am doing it, and now all of you should do it as well.
She claims, Jessica, that she is, the victim of a double standard because nobody else is releasing theirs. Well, nobody else made in 1 year alone $11 million
I don't think that's
for these
true.
speeches.
Greg, I mean, I take your point. The 11 million figure, I'm not sure about that, but we do know Ben Carson has been paid a tremendous amount of money. Not that anyone's paying attention to him. We know Jeb Bush has been on the circuit.
Yeah,
Donald
but they're not
Trump
out there saying they're going to rein in the big banks and yet taking the money with the other hand.
Bernie Sanders has actually spoken to a lot of groups. He's had this breakfast where he had groups there, financial institutions. I'm not saying that anyone was paid off here, but I'm just saying that no one is fully clean. This is how business works. And I also just want to say that, when people come after her and they call her a socialist and a communist, I mean, it's very clear that Hillary Clinton is a capitalist, and I would just like to make that clear. She believes in a strong social safety net, as she should, and everyone should. But, this woman, she's also a businesswoman, and I don't think that that's a bad thing. Previous secretaries of state, they do this, but she should release.
Yeah, I want to get your take on Hillary Clinton's recent remark about Donald Trump. Here it is.
I didn't know him that well, but I did know him. And I think it's been most surprising to me to see somebody who was affable and was good company and, had a reputation of being kind of bigger than life, really traffic in a lot of the prejudice and paranoia and some of the comments that he's made, which have been so divisive and mean-spirited, doesn't quite fit with what I thought I knew about him.
What's your reaction to that, Ian?
Well, look, I think Donald Trump does not exist in a vacuum, but he does exist in a void created by the leadership of Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. These are two people that have mastered the art of politics by division, so they shouldn't be surprised when people that they've been against find another voice in Donald Trump to now be against them. These are people that think that the government right now is more concerned with being politically correct than national security, than growing jobs, than stopping crime or reducing crime. And they found a voice in Donald Trump, and it is a voice voice that was helped created by Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton.
But wait,
quick response, Jessica.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I think we need to be a little bit more bipartisan when we're lumping blame around. Donald Trump was also created by the complete and utter failure of the GOP establishment to get anything done. You can blame PC culture. You can say Obama and Clinton created this, but they didn't. It's a total and utter broken Washington that gave rise to Barack Obama and largely to Bernie Sanders as well. And also Barack
and to
Obama
Donald
has
Trump
added
as well. I mean, his supporters want him to go into Washington and blow the place up.
Right,
so.
exactly.
All
Which
right.
is still, yeah.
Ian and Jessica got to go, but good to see you both. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Greg.
We'll take a little break from the